7 goals, a historic hat-trick, and countless emotional moments from both sets of fans turned the fourth El Clasico of the season into an unforgettable showdown. Barcelona emerged victorious over Real Madrid, taking a significant step toward the La Liga title while pushing their eternal rivals deeper into chaos and crisis. This win for Barcelona was not just about a stunning comeback, but also the center of heated controversies, from questionable decisions by referee Alejandro Hernandez to the video assistant referee system overlooking several critical moments. This match had it all, sparking intense debate among fans and pundits alike. But amid the storm, one undeniable truth emerged: the remarkable resurgence of a young, fearless Barcelona team determined to reclaim its place among Europe's elite. In stark contrast stood a Real Madrid side that looked lost and disjointed, struggling under the guidance of a veteran manager nearing the end of his reign. Real Madrid entered this match knowing that only a win would keep their title hopes alive, and they made a dream start. In less than 15 minutes, Kylian Mbappe had turned the atmosphere at Camp Nou into a cauldron of tension with 2 quick-fire goals. The opener came from the penalty spot after Mbappe was brought down by goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny in a one-on-one situation. Just minutes later, Vinicius Jr. delivered a brilliant outside-of-the-boot pass that sliced through the Barcelona defense, setting up Mbappe for a clinical finish to make it 2-0. With the score at 2-0 after just 14 minutes, even the most optimistic Barcelona supporters began to fear a total collapse. But El Clasico has never been a stage for the predictable, and under the leadership of Hansi Flick, it took Barcelona just 5 minutes to find their way back into the contest. From a corner on the left, the ball was whipped into the box, and Ferran Torres rose high to flick it toward the 6-yard box, where Eric Garcia charged in to head home from close range, cutting the deficit to 2-1. This goal not only reignited Barcelona's hopes but also marked the beginning of one of the wildest halves in El Clasico history. In the 32nd minute, teenage sensation Lamine Yamal produced a moment of pure magic that echoed the brilliance of Lionel Messi. Receiving a pass from Ferran Torres just outside the box, the 17-year-old curled a stunning left-footed strike into the top corner, leaving Thibaut Courtois helpless as the ball sailed past him. The entire stadium erupted, with the stands shaking as fans celebrated a moment that felt like a flashback to the golden years of Messi at Camp Nou. It was a glimpse into the bright future that Yamal is beginning to carve out for himself. As Real Madrid scrambled to regroup, Barcelona delivered another crushing blow. Just moments after leveling the score, Raphinha burst down the right wing like a storm. Following a quick 1-2 with Pedri, the Brazilian darted into the box and drilled a low shot into the far corner, putting Barcelona ahead 3-2. In less than 15 minutes, Barcelona had gone from 2 goals down to leading the match, turning Madrid's hopes into shadows. This is the power of a young, hungry, and fearless Barcelona, a team that knows how to turn pressure into opportunity, a squad writing new chapters in the history of El Clasico. Just before the first half came to a close, the Real Madrid defense committed a critical error. Lucas Vázquez, in a moment of lost concentration, surrendered possession to Raphinha. The Brazilian forward wasted no time, quickly combining with Ferran Torres before taking the shot himself, extending Barcelona's lead to 4-2. It was his second goal in less than 15 minutes, flipping Real Madrid's 2-goal advantage into a precarious deficit. This moment surely brought back painful memories for Real Madrid fans, echoing the collapse that Inter Milan experienced in the Champions League semi-final. After the break, many expected a comeback from Real Madrid, and to their credit, they did show some fighting spirit. Carlo Ancelotti made 2 key substitutions, bringing on Luka Modric and Brahim Diaz in place of Dani Ceballos and Eduardo Camavinga, hoping to restore balance to the midfield. These changes briefly helped Real Madrid regain control of the game, but the 2-goal deficit remained a mountain they had placed on their own shoulders. Meanwhile, Barcelona continued to play with high intensity, ready to punish any mistake from their rivals. With the speed of Lamine Yamal, the skill of Raphinha, and the cunning movement of Ferran Torres, the home side remained a constant threat on the counterattack. It was not until the 70th minute that Real Madrid found a glimmer of hope. Luka Modric delivered a precise through ball that sliced through the Barcelona defense, allowing Vinicius Jr. to break free down the left flank. The Brazilian whipped a low cross into the middle, where Kylian Mbappé had the simplest of tap-ins to reduce the deficit to 4-3. That was Mbappé's fourth goal of the match, his first ever poker in an El Clasico, making him only the third player in Real Madrid history to score a hat-trick in an away Clasico, following in the footsteps of legends Ferenc Puskas and Karim Benzema. Yet despite these impressive stats, even Mbappé's heroics were not enough to prevent Real Madrid from falling short. Mbappé came close to adding a fifth goal when he found himself one-on-one with Wojciech Szczesny, but the Polish goalkeeper made a crucial save, preserving Barcelona's slim lead. In the first minute of stoppage time, Real Madrid thought they had finally found their equalizer, when Antonio Rudiger headed the ball into the net. However, their celebrations were cut short. Referee Alejandro Hernandez, after consulting the VAR, ruled the goal out, judging that Mbappé had interfered with the play from an offside position, obstructing the goalkeeper's line of sight. There was also a moment of heartbreak for young Victor Munoz, who had just entered the match in the dying minutes. With his first touch, he found himself with a clear sight of goal, only to send his shot soaring into the stands, squandering a golden chance to become an instant hero. This sequence of missed opportunities perfectly encapsulated Real Madrid's entire season. The potential was there, the chances were there, but the composure in the decisive moments was missing. As the final whistle blew, the score remained 4-3. Real Madrid had fought until the end, but they could not salvage the situation, watching their La Liga title hopes slip further out of reach. Even though the match had ended, this El Clasico left a trail of controversy and heated debates. Once again, referee Alejandro Hernandez found himself at the center of the storm. On Mbappé's second goal, Barcelona players argued that Dani Ceballos had fouled Lamine Yamal in the build-up, but the referee allowed play to continue. Then, in the 42nd minute, Mbappé went down in the penalty area after a collision with Jules Koundé. But after a VAR review, the penalty decision was overturned due to an offside by Vinicius Jr. in the build-up. The tension peaked in the 81st minute when Ferran Torres fired a shot that struck Aurélien Tchouaméni's hand in the box, but the referee waved play on, sparking outrage among the Barcelona faithful. These decisions only added to the intense atmosphere of this El Clasico, once again raising questions about the consistency and transparency of officiating in high-stakes matches. The distance was less than half a meter, but the ball clearly struck the hand. The Barcelona players immediately demanded a penalty. The VAR team got involved, and after the referee reviewed the incident on the sideline monitor, the final decision was no penalty. This only fueled the outrage among Barcelona fans, especially given the timing, as Real Madrid was pushing forward aggressively, with the score now at 4-3. The peak of the controversy came in the final minutes when a Barcelona goal was disallowed, with the referee ruling that Femení López had handled the ball before finding the back of the net. The match ended in a tense atmosphere, with both teams feeling they had been wronged by a series of baffling decisions from the officials. Barcelona was furious over the denied penalties, while Real Madrid was left frustrated by offside calls and disallowed goals as the match neared its conclusion. Despite the chaos, it cannot be denied that Barcelona emerged victorious, claiming their fourth consecutive El Clasico win this season. One of the standout performers was none other than Raphinha, with 2 goals, 3 key chances created, and a series of inspired moments escaping Real Madrid's high flank. He turned the right flank into a chaotic battleground. Raphinha was not just a dangerous attacking weapon, but also the driving force behind most of Barcelona's attacks, acting as an unofficial playmaker throughout the match. Alongside Raphinha, Lamine Yamal also left a significant mark. Despite being just 17 years old, Yamal never appeared out of place when going head-to-head with superstars like Vinicius Jr. or Kylian Mbappé. Every time the ball reached his feet, Yamal moved like an artist, fluid and confident. His stunning curled shot in this match was a reminder that true class does not have to wait for age. Even head coach Hansi Flick admitted after the game that Yamal is no longer just a kid. Meanwhile, Pedri was the quiet force behind Barcelona's resurgence. with a passing accuracy of over 90%. He controlled the tempo, orchestrated the attack, and consistently dropped back to support the defense. Every time Barcelona regained possession, Pedri was the first to initiate the counterattack, turning seemingly harmless situations into genuine scoring opportunities. He received special praise from none other than Raphinha, the brightest star of the match. On the other side, Real Madrid had only one true standout to salvage their performance: Kylian Mbappe. With his first hat-trick in El Clasico, Mbappe took his season tally to 38 goals, leading the Pichichi race with 27 league goals. However, as impressive as these numbers are, they were not enough to rescue Real Madrid from defeat. This marked the second time Mbappe had scored a hat-trick in a high-stakes match, only to finish on the losing side, the first being the 2022 World Cup final. With their fourth El Clasico win of the season, Barcelona has all but secured the La Liga title, with their championship odds now at 99%. While their Champions League campaign may have ended in disappointment, a domestic treble remains a significant achievement for Hansi Flick and his squad. Meanwhile, for Real Madrid, the only thing left to hope for is the quick arrival of the offseason, when they can begin the much-needed squad overhaul and look toward a brighter future.